Listen, I might. I might. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
Don't.
As President Biden said, just don't.
Exactly. One word. Pretty straightforward.
So are you going to run again in 28?
So, here, okay, no,
I love you bad, Kamala, but no. It's just a no. Oh, look. You're going to have to find you somebody else, okay? I don't know who it is right now. You got about a year to figure this out, okay? But it can. I don't think that Kamala Harris has what it takes.
She's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. There's no question of whether or not she is going to. She's going to try. I've been calling it a while ago. I know what this is about. She doesn't want to fully admit that she's going to try to run again because obviously it could be an embarrassment if, she can't get enough donors, her polling's too bad, and she decides to chicken out or something, and she doesn't want to feel like she has to do it knowing that she's going to lose from Jump Street. So she's waiting until conditions are optimal. But she's absolutely going to do it because obviously since she was the DEI VP and the DEI candidate where there was no primary, she basically got boosted up literally to the top, well, almost to the top, just one more layer she couldn't get past, which was the actual full presidential general election. She couldn't get past the final boss, President Donald J. Trump. Okay, she got her ass cooked. She got whooped badly. And she knows that this is probably going to be on repeat, but obviously she has an axe to grind. She wants to feel like, hey, I can win a primary. But guys, whether she thinks so or not, she's got a big problem on her hands. A lot of people don't believe in her. As a matter of fact, some people are going as far as to roast her, saying that she absolutely should not run again, even if they supported her in the past.
Oh, Kamala Harris, sweet summer child. Say it isn't so. This is who the Democrats have for 2028. They have Gavin Newsom, AOC, and Kamala Harris. I'll tell you what, it's looking good for Republicans.
Sorry? Does what include Kamala? Her voice is very important, yes. Of course, she has every ability, every right to run, and indeed, I think she's very popular with quite a lot of people. The voters are going to have to decide in a primary process.
Are you as excited about Kamala Harris?
I think that a lot of people within the Democratic Party that look like me are excited about Vice President Harris. I am excited about having a full stage of folks who aren't appointed by anyone and everybody getting the opportunity to fight for the Democratic nomination.
Now, Kamala is talking about running again in 2028. And while I commend her for her efforts and everything, part of me can't help but to wonder whether it's actually a good idea for her to run again, because you see how they dogged her out on the first go round.
Kamala Harris says she might run again in 2028. My opinion, please don't. And Gavin Newsom is the same thing, They're all the same. At the end of the day, these people are corporate Democrats who belongs to establishment. Their politics can never break away from the corporation donors, oligarchs, and the whole network, and our money behind American politics. So honestly, stop thinking about it. And it's just a waste of time because, in my opinion, the kind of candidate America actually needs in 2028 is not another polished establishment figure pretending to care about ordinary people. The real candidate should be the true American first candidate.
I do my best to stay out of political mess. But I hear Kamala Harris is talking about running again in 2028. That woman can have several seats. She had a history as a prosecutor of locking up men who look like me left and right and then go home to a white man.
I'll tell you that in 2020, she was about my fourth choice, I think, behind Buttigieg, Warren, and Biden. So she wasn't high on my list. She really didn't have to run in primaries, obviously, the last time around. So it'd be interesting to see how she would do. I don't think she would do particularly well against Newsom and Buttigieg and some of the others.
But it's not looking motherfucking good. Shit, Marco Rubio will wipe the floor with Kamala Harris, I'm afraid. And I have seen that there's some other people, look, You're gonna have to find you somebody else, okay? I don't know who it is right now. You got about a year to figure this shit out, okay? But it can. I don't think that Kamala Harris has what it takes to go against a strong Republican ticket.
Now, I don't want to tussle and I don't want to fight y'all in the comments, but at the end of the day, Black Americans with a lineage here in this country, I'm not talking about people with an immigrant background. How do you feel about Kamala Harris running again under the guise of a Black woman? I need to know what y'all think about that. Let's start there. Second of all, do you all think that she would be a good president for Black Americans?
And I absolutely agree with these people, guys. Even though I wouldn't agree with them having ever supported her previously, now they're speaking common sense. She doesn't have what it takes, guys. She never did. Anybody with a brain knows that. A lot of people know that she wasn't even Black. She pretended to be Black. And I mean, this was just totally ridiculous. Like, if you're going to try somebody Black, at least put somebody like Michelle in there. Hell, you can even throw in Crockett for as much of a joke she is. But there's never going to be a question of whether or not she is a Black person. Kamala Harris is just some Indian lady. And they're trying to like force her through the finish line. This is why I tell you that people are very much too desperate in regard to race relations. I'm like, man, y'all are crazy. If y'all feel like, hey, we just gonna go ahead and, pick anybody who's a brown person and say that they're Black so that the Black people like them. It's pathetic if you ask me, guys. I've been saying the same thing for a long time, and I'm saying the same thing now. And a lot of people are recognizing that it's about time that people call this for what it is, because this lady doesn't have what it takes. She never did, and she never will. But she obviously thinks differently, so we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Shout out to my members, patrons, and fellow anomalies: Cyber Noodle, 655, The Great, Bella Scott, Carpentier John, and Pinecone 6. I appreciate you guys every single day.
Let's keep this real. Kamala Harris is not it. I'm just gonna be real. That's why she did not get support as much support in the last election. Of course, they blame her loss on Black men. Well, okay, it is what it is. Real Black men is not gonna support no fake Black woman who locked up Black men left and right and go home to a man that looked like our slave master.